Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 168 Hours, your weekly roundup of the top local stories. I am Abdullah Ahil, your host for the evening. Stay tuned. As Ramadan approaches, the government reaffirms its commitment to keeping commodity prices stable across the nation, ensuring all citizens have access to essential goods at affordable prices. Central to this effort is the State Trading Organization, or STO, which was established to provide basic necessities at reasonable rates. Historically limited to just three staple items, flour, sugar, and rice, the list has been significantly expanded since last year to include 10 vegetables, 10 fruits, and 3 additional food items. The Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammad Saeed, announced that the government is working to guarantee uninterrupted availability of these products in all islands, with STO services set to be fully operational in designated cities and populated islands of 3,000 or more before Ramadan begins. In a broader move to prevent price shocks, authorities are now monitoring the prices of 162 key commodities daily, enabling swift intervention if sudden price hikes occur. While some critics have raised concerns over government involvement in market activities, Minister Saeed emphasized that this oversight operates within a free market framework aimed solely at protecting consumers. He added, by prioritizing wholesale distribution and supporting small businesses with affordable supplies, the government aims to make this Ramadan a period of economic relief for all Maldivians. The government announces that the Universal Health Insurance Scheme ASANDA will now cover prescription glasses purchased from registered private clinics and optical shops across the country, effective on the 15th of January. The decision aims to alleviate financial burdens for citizens requiring vision correction while ensuring wider availability of essential eye care services. Eyeglasses, though vital for individuals with visual impairments, can often be costly. Recognizing this challenge, the government has taken proactive steps to integrate optical services under ASANDA's coverage. This follows the successful launch of a free eyeglass service at the Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital, or IGMH, in July 2025, which saw high demand, prompting the recent opening of a second outlet in Hulumale. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz, during public consultations held late last year, engaged directly with citizens on healthcare concerns, including gaps in ASANDA's reach. Responding to feedback, the National Social Protection Agency, or NSPA, has prioritized expanding the scheme's benefits, collaborating with stakeholders to implement the new policy seamlessly. Notably, the subsidy for glasses under ASANDA has doubled from $64.85 to $129.70 every 2 years, reflecting the administration's commitment to affordable health care. NSPA affirmed that regulations for the updated coverage are being finalized with relevant agencies, ensuring transparent and efficient service delivery. The expansion underscores the government's broader efforts to strengthen social protection and address citizens' medical needs comprehensively. Minister of Cities, Local Government and Public Works Adam Sharif Umar calls for development initiatives in the Maldives to be pursued in a manner that safeguards the distinct identity, heritage, and environmental character of the individual islands.
Speaking at a special ceremony in Daravandu, Ba'atol, honoring long-standing contributors to the island's development, the minister emphasized that decentralized governance places a responsibility on authorities to ensure that progress does not come at the cost of erasing an island's unique features. He noted that development undertaken at island level must be guided by an approach that protects historical, cultural, and social roots, describing these elements as integral to the identity and resilience of local communities. He noted that development undertaken at island level must be guided by an approach that protects historical, cultural, and social roots, describing these elements as integral to the identity and resilience of local communities. Referring to nationwide infrastructure projects, including road development and asphalt paving, the minister stressed that such initiatives must be implemented with due regard for the island's fragile environmental ecosystems. Development, he said, should be carefully calibrated to avoid undermining natural landscapes and biodiversity. Minister Adam Sharif Umar also underscored the importance of decentralized governance in driving sustainable island development, highlighting the need for close collaboration among residents, island councils, and other relevant stakeholders. A participatory and inclusive approach, he added, is essential to ensuring that development efforts are both effective and widely supported. In concluding his remarks, the minister outlined several projects currently being implemented across different islands, noting that infrastructure development, particularly road construction, varies according to each island's specific needs and the imperative to preserve its natural beauty. The ceremony, held in Daravandhu, was organized to recognize individuals who have made significant contributions to the island's development across various sectors. The Daravandhu Council described the event as an important initiative to acknowledge community service and to reinforce social cohesion within the island.
According to the Ministry of Tourism and Environment, the Maldives is set to enhance its luxury tourism offerings with the opening of 7 new resorts in 2026.
The expansion will significantly increase the country's accommodation capacity, adding to the existing 178 resorts and the 44,697 beds recorded at the end of 2025. Among the notable new properties are the Bulgari-branded resort, Six Senses Kanuhura, and Dinmaga Maldives. Other anticipated openings include Mandarin Oriental Maldives, Soneva Secret in Makunudu, and the 5-star Ural Reef Resort by Basilis, along with Rio Palace Resort. This year's openings surpass the 6 resorts launched in 2025, reinforcing the archipelago's reputation as a top-tier global destination. Tourism statistics reveal that Male Atoll holds the highest bed capacity, accounting for 31% of the nation's total, followed by Alif Dal Atoll with 13%. The industry continues to flourish, with 2025 marking a record high of 2.24 million tourist arrivals, a surge of 200,000 compared to 2024. Visitor spending also reached an unprecedented $5.4 billion, reflecting a 15.8% year-on-year growth.
The Anti-Corruption Commission, or ACC, hails recent amendments to the Decentralization Act as a critical step in preventing the misuse of state resources ahead of the upcoming local council elections.
Speaking on PSM News, Raja Mio the program, ACC Director of Prevention, Education and Advocacy, Ali Shamim Adam, emphasized that the Commission has received numerous complaints of corruption and electoral malpractice, including councillors exploiting their positions to illegally lease land, renew contracts, and offer jobs to gain political advantage. The amendment, which came into effect in August 2025, restricts local councils in their final year of tenure from staffing, leasing land or lagoons, and initiating new development projects outside approved plans. Shamim described the changes as necessary, noting they will significantly reduce opportunities for undue profiteering and abuse of power during election periods. The ACC also revealed ongoing efforts to combat electoral misconduct, including joint awareness campaigns with the Election Commission of Maldives, ECM, and other agencies to educate the public about electoral offenses across several islands.
The Maldives expresses strong concern over Israel's decision to recognize Somaliland as an independent state, warning that the move violates international law and threatens the sovereignty of Somalia.
Speaking at the 22nd Extraordinary Session of the Council of Foreign Ministers, CFM, of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation, OIC, in Jeddah, Maldivian Foreign Minister Dr. Abdullah Halil said the decision amounted to a clear breach of Somalia's territorial integrity and ran contrary to the principles enshrined in the United Nations Charter. Dr. Halil told the meeting that unilateral recognition of Somaliland undermines established international norms and risks destabilizing an already fragile region. He noted that the development comes at a time of heightened geopolitical tension, particularly amid the ongoing conflict in Palestine. The foreign minister also criticized Israel's conduct during the current ceasefire in Gaza, saying it reflected a continued disregard for international law. he warned that the erosion of a rules-based international order sets a dangerous precedent, especially for small states such as the Maldives that depend on international law to safeguard their sovereignty and independence. The extraordinary session of the OIC was convened to discuss the implications of Israel's decision and its broader impact on the Muslim world. The OIC, which comprises of 57 member states, has long positioned itself as a leading advocate for the Palestinian cause and a forum for addressing challenges facing the global Muslim community. The Maldives has been a member of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation since 1976 and has consistently aligned itself with the bloc on issues relating to international law, sovereignty, and the rights of Palestinians.
Minister of Tourism and Environment Tariq Ibrahim states that environmental protection and energy conservation efforts will yield satisfactory results only through international assistance and partnerships.
Minister Tariq represented Maldives at the consultation towards the review of SDG 7 at the High-Level Political Forum on Sustainable Development, HLPF 2026, tripling renewables on the Pre-Assembly Day of IRENA 16A. During his intervention at the Pre-Assembly Day of IRENA 16A, Minister Tariq highlighted the importance of international assistance and partnerships in executing environmental conservation efforts. Key discussions during this high-level engagement centered on regional energy transitions, critical enablers like grids, energy planning, digital innovation, and artificial intelligence, AI, mobilizing finance, including sustainable aviation fuels, as well as the question of how renewables can boost agri-food systems and green industrialization. On the sidelines of the 16th session of the IRENA Assembly, Minister Tariq held a high-level meeting with the United Arab Emirates permanent representative to the International Renewable Energy Agency, Nawal Al-Hosani. These discussions were described as highly constructive, focusing on strengthening cooperation in renewable energy development, sustainable innovation, and long-term energy security. Both sides reaffirmed their commitment to deepening collaboration through IRENA, with particular emphasis on advancing clean energy solutions that support climate resilience and sustainable development. The dialogue signals renewed momentum in Maldives-UAE partnership efforts aimed at accelerating the global transition towards renewable energy, achieving 33% of electricity generation through renewable resources by 2028. Is a key presidential pledge of President Dr. Mohamed Moise. IRENA 16 was a preparatory engagement for the HLPF 2026, where here members gathered to discuss and advance policies related to global energy transition.
Minister of Social and Family Development Dr. Aishat Shiham states that the state allowance for those with disabilities will not be cut even if they gain employment. Employment opportunities within the civil service are part of President Dr. Mohamed Moise's pledge to support persons with disabilities. Procedures and systems are now in place to provide job opportunities through various state agencies, councils, and institutions. Speaking on the Tarjamana Eco program of the President's office, Minister Aishat Shiham revealed that over 350 people with disabilities have been provided jobs so far through government agencies and companies. Assuring that the program will continue uninterrupted, the minister said efforts are underway to create even further opportunities. Responding to concerns that disability allowance may be cut once employment is secured under these efforts, the minister said the disability allowance is protected by law and will continue alongside any other income or benefits. The minister further noted that the salaries for those with disabilities are equal to others, helping them contribute to family expenses. There will be no difference in pay based on disability, she stressed. The Ministry of Higher Education, Labor and Skills Development reveals more than $9.7 million was allocated last year for the government's free degree program, bringing the total expenditure over the past 2 years to $19.6 million.
The initiative has significantly expanded access to higher education, with 2,798 new enrollments in 2025 alone, and a total of 8,680 students currently benefiting from the program. Official statistics indicate that 3,286 students graduated under the scheme last year, adding to the 6,640 completions over the past 2 years. The program has also promoted gender inclusivity with 5,486 female and 3,194 male students enrolled. Launched to address workforce demands and eliminate financial barriers to education, the free degree program has enabled thousands of young Maldivians to pursue higher education studies in key employment sectors. The government reaffirmed its commitment to fostering a skilled workforce through continued investment in accessible education.
The National Social Protection Agency, or NSPA, launches a dedicated help desk to assist citizens in applying for social assistance programs, effective immediately.
Located on the ground floor of the Himver Ferry Terminal, the help desk aims to address public difficulties in navigating the government's digital application system, particularly through the OneGov platform. The initiative follows the government's recent decision to extend therapy services and financial allowances to children with thalassemia under the Asanda scheme starting this month. Open from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday through Thursday. Excluding public holidays, the desk will provide hands-on support for applications related to disability allowances, support for single parents and foster families, food claims, therapeutic services, thalassemia treatment, and IVF assistance. NSPA staff will guide applicants through form completion, submission, and status tracking, while also offering troubleshooting help for EFAS and other digital platform issues. The agency emphasizes that the help desk will ensure a user-friendly, supportive environment to improve access to critical social protection services.
The Health Protection Agency, or HPA, issues 437 vendor licenses under the amended Tobacco Control Act, marking a significant step in the Maldives' ongoing efforts to regulate tobacco use and safeguard public health.
The updated legislation now mandates that all businesses selling tobacco products obtain a specific license from the Ministry of Health, in addition to their standard business permit from the Ministry of Economic Development and Trade. As part of the broader regulatory framework, 312 tobacco products have been officially registered nationwide. The HPA also reports granting 31 tobacco import licenses and 2 agri-export licenses. These measures are part of a comprehensive strategy to combat tobacco-related non-communicable diseases, which are a leading cause of preventable death in the country. Additional actions include raising the legal age for tobacco purchases to 21, increasing tobacco product duties, and banning the import of electronic cigarettes and vapes effective 15 November 2024. Furthermore, a generation ban, effective January 1, 2007, prohibits anyone born on or after the date from ever legally purchasing or using tobacco. The government underscores that these stringent policies are vital to creating a tobacco-free future and protecting the long-term health of Maldivian citizens.
The Ministry of Higher Education, Labor and Skills Development, or MOHE, states that 205 students were awarded scholarships in 2025. According to data released by the ministry, the government invested $14,362,041.36 in scholarship opportunities over the past year. Scholarships were awarded to 205 new recipients, comprising 120 female and 85 male students. Over the past 2 years, the government has committed more than $30,470,817.48 towards scholarships. During this period, a total of 411 students received scholarships, including 262 females and 149 males. In terms of successful completion, 180 students graduated last year, bringing the total number of scholarship graduates over the past 2 years to 441. At present, 602 students are pursuing studies under scholarship programs both in the Maldives and in 20 countries abroad. This group includes 388 female and 214 male students. The ministry noted that both the Presidential Scholarship and the government-administered High Achiever Scholarship are fully funded schemes. In addition, scholarships and grants are also provided through foreign governments and international partners to support tertiary education. The National Institute for Maldivian Heritage Research has also recently launched the Signature Research Scholarship for Heritage Studies. Under this program, 40 scholarships were awarded last year. The Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Information and Arts, or MOYEIA, reveals that over 40 media outlets have received state funding in accordance with President Dr. Mohamed Muiz's pledge. This marks a historic first time that the government has provided state assistance to media outlets. The government believes the financial support will strengthen private media by enabling it to operate as financially viable and independent entities that practice responsible journalism and create reliable employment opportunities. The Maldives Media and Broadcasting Commission, or MMBC, is responsible for the evaluation and selection of media outlets' eligibility for the state assistance. In line with the set criteria established by the Commission, 40 media outlets have been earmarked for the grant. The ministry stated that upon receipt of MMBC's evaluated and qualified list of media outlets, the ministry has liaised with the Ministry of Finance and Planning and dispersed the funding to all selected media outlets. It said a total of $1,770,398 has been deposited across the accounts of 40 media outlets. The criteria for funding have been revised under the new policy. Allocation will now be based on the media house's progress in administrative capacity, infrastructure, public service content, and public awareness, with marks awarded in each criteria. Allocation will now be based on the media house's progress in administrative capacity, infrastructure, public service content, and public awareness, with marks awarded in each area. This year's state budget has allocated 0.1% of the estimated state revenue. The government makes significant strides in its mission to cultivate a generation rooted in nationalism, responsibility, and holistic well-being. The National Service Program, initiated by President Dr. Mohamed Muiz, has seen encouraging public support, with 344 participants graduating from its first phase. Many graduates have now pursued further vocational training at the Military Training Center in Kihado, Ba Atoll, a key step in equipping them with technical skills. The initiative, designed for youth completing initial national service training, involves 66 participants from 35 islands across 15 atolls. The 4-month program offers specialized instruction in leadership, nationalism, religious studies, and language proficiency, alongside physical fitness and character-building exercises. Graduates will earn a Level 3 certification, enhancing their readiness for roles in national security services. President Muiz emphasized the program's broader goal, nurturing self-reliant, spiritually grounded, and patriotic citizens while addressing societal challenges. By integrating education, discipline, and service, the government aims to strengthen national identity and civic responsibility among Maldivian youth. Training sessions held in Ma Filafushi also incorporate specialized sessions to foster resilience and positive behavior, an innovative approach to shaping well-rounded individuals. The government believes the initiative will curb negative social trends while reinforcing loyalty to the nation and its values. And that's all the news we have for this week's 168 Hours program. We will see you next week with any further updates.